So if you're looking to have the greenest lawn you can, and you look out there and you notice that there's yellow tips, one of the most common reasons for that is dull blades. Today I'm going to show you how to remove them, sharpen them, clean the undercarriage, and put them back on. Let's have some fun. So to get started, you're going to want to make sure you have the proper tools. Ryobi's manual calls for a 15mm wrench to be able to loosen this up, remove it. What we also have here is a brush to kind of brush off some of the grass, a scraper to scrape, a pick to kind of get into little meticulous areas, another scraper for, odd kind of shape scraping. I have a vacuum to kind of keep the area clean a little bit. I have a blower to blow it out once we're done, and then I have a torque wrench to put the blade back on. Ryobi calls for 325 to 400 pounds of torque per square foot. Converted to inches, that is roughly 33, which is what I have it set on right here. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to do a lot of talking while I'm doing this. I'm going to speed it up, maybe add some music, have some fun. So I hope you enjoy, subscribe to the channel, and have an awesome day. So one thing I did forget to mention is the wood. Now you'll notice that I have it labeled on here so that I don't mix it in with the rest of my scrap wood here, because it is the perfect height to be able to lock it in here and lock the blades from spinning. So I put this in here, and then it kind of locks itself to where I can grab onto this and spin it, because if you don't, when you're trying to spin this, the blade's just going to spin, and you're not going to be able to loosen up the bolt. So make sure you get one of those. I recommend putting it off to the side, labeling it so you don't get rid of it, so it's just easier to find for future references. You're going to want to do this twice per year maybe. If you cut like me, probably every couple months. I do 2 or 3 times a week cutting, so I'll probably sharpen mine a little bit more often than you. You'll notice that while I was doing the fast forward, I forgot to take out the mulch plug. So you're going to want to make sure you do that. Also, your side discharge, you're going to want to make sure that's clear. That way you minimize the amount of stuff that just kind of floats out there and you suck it up while you're walking. Having bad allergies, it's just kind of a good tip just to do that, to make sure that your plug is in there secure and the side discharge, so everything kind of stays underneath. Because we'll go over a little bit later when we're sharpening. I have cross-cut blades, which is supposed to help suck the grass up towards the top here and keep it so it spins and chops it extremely fine, because I do mulch. I do bag a couple times out of the year, beginning and typically end, but for the most part I mulch. So let's continue. I did not use water. This is an electric lawnmower. I don't want to spray it, power wash it, which would probably be the easiest for gas or something like that if you drain the oil and the gas out of it. This one, however, I don't want to spray it. When I kind of clean it up a little bit, I use a rag and a bucket and make sure that I'm wiping it down and then drying it off so that water doesn't get into places that it doesn't need to. So first things first, when you're getting ready to sharpen your blade, you want to make sure that you have your sharpening station here kind of set up, a safe one, something sturdy that's not going to be kind of all over, and you could potentially cut yourself or possibly hurt somebody else. Secondly, you're going to want to make sure you have gloves on and eye protection. We're going to do each one separately, obviously. And you're going to want to make sure that you're looking for the arrow on your blade that points which direction it spins as the lawnmower's pushing it. So that way you're sharpening this side and then this side. Again, on this one, it has the arrow there and then the arrow there. So this side up on top, this side on the bottom. And we're going to make sure that we sharpen it, and then after that we're going to go through, we're going to kind of clean it up a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and install it. You'll notice this one has some chips in it right there. I don't know if it's going to be in focus or not, but there's some pretty bad dings on there. I do have a water line type cap in my front yard that I have hit once or twice, which may have caused that. You could also hit rocks, tree stumps, anything like that. That could also dull your blade and cause you to have to resharpen it. This side's not so bad. So these have maybe another sharpening or two in them, and then I am gonna have to replace them, and I'll probably upgrade them to a mulching type dual blade. So we'll have another video on that later. Step, reattaching the blades so that we can get the mower right back up and get back to cutting. So you'll notice that there is a circle and a half circle kind of layout for you here, so you know which way to put the blade on, and also the arrows that we discussed earlier. You're going to want to make sure they're both in the same direction. The blades have the circle and half circle. You're going to want to make sure that they're kind of lined up like that. You can take this off. Your lawnmower may not have exactly this, but I'm sure it'll have something similar. You want to go ahead and line it up. Go ahead and put it on. Put your guideline back on, or your washer pretty much. Go ahead and this towards here and on here. And then you're going to want to go ahead and tighten up the bolt as much as you can in your hands, so you can keep the blade in place. Alright, now we are going to go ahead and get our blade stopper again, and this time we're going to go ahead and put it on the other side. We're going to tighten. We're going to go ahead and get our torque wrench that we previously set to the proper torque gauge. Make sure that it's set for tighten. And we are going to go ahead and get this tightened. And you're going to hear a tick. That's what's going to tell you that it's tight enough. Right there, that tick right there. You hear a tick? Right there. And that is how you sharpen your blade. Thanks again for watching. This will be my first video, my first official video. I've done some shorts and all that so far, but this will be my first video where I'm actually in it and I'm talking. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, leave a like. If you have any questions, shoot a comment over and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. But for now, that'll be it. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up and tune in for the next video. It should probably be about cleaning the upper portion of it, the top portion of it. We'll go over some tips how to clean that and have some fun again. Take care.